My name is Ashley Hutchinson. This is Video Quiz 2. In Chapter 4, we learn the importance of adapting to your audience, whether it's the size of the audience or if it's the type of culture that you're talking to. We want to adapt to each individual to better relay our message to them. When it's a smaller audience, you want to be able to make eye contact with them and personalize it as much as possible for the audience to get the message. When you're talking to a larger audience, you're going to want to speak a little bit more formally instead of trying to personalize it. You still want to be able to make those connections, but you don't want to try to make eye contact with each individual because you're talking to so many people. With adapting to cultures, you're going to want to make sure that you don't offend anyone with your presentation or your speech while still getting your point across. In Chapter 5, we learn the purpose of speeches. You need to know why you're saying something. Are you trying to inform them? Are you trying to persuade them to do something? Like, are you just wanting to inform them of a certain product, or do you want them to change the way they do things to better their lives? What I learned was when you are giving a speech, you want to make sure that you always come back to your central idea of it. You want to, like with each new subject, bring it back to your central idea to keep that throughout. With Chapter 6, we have the outlines of speeches and the importance of them. I learned that you want to make sure that if you have a larger audience, or even sometimes with smaller audiences, a formal outline is important for your audience. You want them to be able to follow along very well with what you're saying, as well as if they have to excuse themselves for a moment and come back, they'll be able to pick up in that outline where you're at. It's very important for you to make an outline for yourself so that you can stay on track with your speech. In Chapter 7, the proper research and citation of sources is very important. You want your speech to be credible. You don't want to just be spewing something off that you found from Wikipedia, for instance, rather than something that came from a government website with .org or such like that. And that is Video Quiz 2.